One train ride, two strangers, and a story that will melt your heart. When grief brought them down, destiny brought them together. What happened next will leave you speechless, a journey from sorrow to soulmates that proves love has no age, no boundaries. Julian Harper never imagined he'd be boarding the Trans-North Express alone. The plan was always to take this epic journey with his wife Ellen from the icy peaks of Silverpine Ridge to the golden plains of Eldervale. It was their retirement dream. But life, as it often does, had rewritten that plan with cruel ink. Ellen had passed away 6 months ago. He boarded the train in silence, clutching her scarf like a lifeline. The train was nearly empty, but Julian had booked the grand viewing carriage, all glass, all sky. He wanted to see the stars they had always dreamed of watching together. On the second day, he found someone sitting in the far window seat, the one clearly labeled reserved, grand class. She had long auburn hair tied loosely and was reading a worn copy of Windswept Isles. He sat across from her, said nothing, just stared out the window at the world slipping by. That evening at dinner, a cheerful conductor named Ben joined Julian at his table. They chatted about the train, the scenery, life. Eventually, Julian mentioned Ellen. "You should talk to the woman in the viewing car," Ben said. "Name's Leela, lost someone too." The next morning, Julian found her again in the same seat. This time, he offered a quiet, "Mind if I join you?" She smiled, was wondering how long it'd take. Leela Stone was a travel writer from a small coastal town. Her husband, Matt, had died the previous year, cancer, quick and merciless. This train trip, she explained, was her way of escaping the house full of memories. "Thought I'd outrun the ghosts," she said. "Turns out they travel light." They talked for hours, about books, about music, about grief, not in a heavy way, but in glances and half-laughs and the soft silence of understanding. By the time the train pulled into Eldervale, they weren't ready to say goodbye. He said, "There's a southbound line from here that curves along the coast. Ever taken it?" She shook her head, "But I've heard the view is better from the left side." "Then I'll take the right," he said, smiling. A week later, they were on that train, then another and another. Julian still missed Ellen. Leela still spoke to Matt in her dreams. But they discovered a strange comfort in traveling not as lovers, not as replacements, but as fellow passengers, sharing a window seat in the long, unpredictable journey ahead. Sometimes the most beautiful chapters of life begin when you least expect them. Savory and Giselle were broken by loss but found healing in each other. Their story reminds us, even after pain, love finds a way. Are you ready for such a journey?